Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. I want to thank you all for coming out to another episode of From the Desk of Dr. Ron. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you guys stopping in. It is a pleasure to have you guys here with us today. As always, I want to give my little speech. I want to give a shout out to my mentor. My mentor, Dr. Hunt, and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. Now, the reason why I talk about my mentor is because I want to encourage people to understand the value of a mentor. The value of a mentor can help you in so many different ways that you just can't name one. It has been a blessing for me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. And I want to encourage you to investigate looking into getting a mentor if you don't have one already, and understand the benefits of having a mentor because they are so invaluable. Mentors have a unique responsibility to be able to help you in this thing called life. So get you a mentor. So now, as you can see on the screen, I got a little something that has been bugging me all week. And I talked about it on an earlier show this week, where there's $1 billion in aid going to Ukraine. Now that bothered me because it's $1 billion of American dollars coming from our government going to Ukraine. Now let me say this, I don't have a problem with Ukraine. Ukraine hasn't done anything to me. You know, I'm disappointed and hurt that they're going through what they're going through, but why should it cost America $1 billion in aid? And I'm like, they could have done so many other different things in order to help Ukraine, but $1 billion in aid? Come on. And this is the second time that they have offered money to help support what's going on in Ukraine. Now, one of the problems that I have with it is that there's so many places in the world that need help, but yet we're throwing $1 billion in aid to Ukraine. Haiti's going through some things. There are some places in Africa that the United States should give them money because they owe them money for stealing their citizens and bringing them to the United States and helping them build the United States into the superpower that it is today, in industry and free labor on the backs of Africans, on the backs of people that were stolen because it was profitable to steal them and send them here. There could be so many other places in the world that could use the support of the United States $1 billion. $1 billion in Haiti would probably solve all of their problems right now. Haiti is still going through a great deal of pain and suffering with earthquakes and all sorts of hurricanes that have come through there and have damaged them in so many different ways. But yet, the latest news is always Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. And the fact that we're sending them money to fight a war. Once again, I have no problem with Ukraine. I do not like the fact that Russia is picking on Ukraine. I don't have a problem with Ukraine seeking out help throughout the world to help with their situation. But yet there are so many other places in the world that need help as well. So United States need help. We have people in the United States that are struggling and suffering, that are homeless, that are hungry. Do you know what $1 billion in aid would do for the United States or citizens of the United States? It would be such a great relief package that they will begin to pass out and offer help to its own people. People of color, African Americans, black, brown. There's all sorts of people that need help. And we're not refugees, we are citizens. Oh, excuse me, we're not considered to be human beings. Okay? The Constitution of the United States doesn't say that people that are black, brown, colored are not human beings. It says that we were property. And because the United States government doesn't feel like it's obligated to help people that were born in this country the way that they feel like they should help others, which leads to some of the problems that we have today in this country. We have black elected officials all across the country, but yet the black agenda is not addressed or dealt with. I feel like they use our sports stars and our celebrity stars and have convinced them that they owe no allegiance to other people of color because they don't try to help. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not accusing everybody of not helping. There are some that do the best they can, but there are others that don't do enough. If you're sitting on billions of dollars, there's no way you can spend billions of dollars. Why not try to help? Now, one thing I will give Willie Wilson, who is running for mayor of the city of Chicago, I have seen him with my own eyes pass out food, pass out gas to help people from his millions that he has. He has made millions of dollars in his business, and he has taken so much of that money and just given it away to seniors, have paid people's taxes. Why can't other millionaires do this type of thing? You know, one thing I would say, if you want to give $1 billion away in relief, don't use government money. You have billionaires and millionaires in this country that you could have passed the hat. You could have sent a representative around to each and every one of these millionaires and billionaires and say, hey, you know, we need some money to help in Ukraine. What can you give us? If you have a special project that you need to work on, ask some of these millionaires to give up some of their money that they have made off the labor and off the backs of citizens of the United States. These billions of dollars that they're pulling out the air, you know, to help a foreign country could be used right here at home. Let's make $1 billion initiative to end hunger and to end homelessness in the United States. Oh man, that would be a great initiative. If we got $1 billion to pass out to other countries, we should be able to spend $1 billion right here at home. If we were to pass out homes, pass out food to people to help them get them back on their feet, right here in the United States, we're bringing in refugees from other countries and putting them up and taking care of them. And I'm not against that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the people in this country have a right to relief. Give them some help. I remember when they had Hurricane Katrina down in New Orleans, and they were sending people all across the United States. They're just putting people on airplanes, and wherever they landed, that's where they would be. But one of the problems that I thought that was kind of cruel and unusual was the fact that they gave them a title. They were called refugees. Refugees from New Orleans. And I'm like, why? Why are they calling them refugees when they are citizens of the United States? And they needed help. Their whole town got flooded out. They was wiped out. There were poor people that perished in that hurricane when the levees broke. And to this day, there are still places in New Orleans that have not been rebuilt or reestablished since the hurricane. And every time there's a hurricane that threatens to come down the Gulf, they're still in danger. Y'all see what I'm saying, people? You know, we need to take care of home before we start worrying about sending billions of dollars in weapons and things of that nature overseas. Now, don't get me wrong. I put this challenge out earlier this week, and I'll put it out again today. All these weapons that they're asking for, tanks and fighter jets and things of that nature, to help them fight that war in Ukraine, the manufacturers of these weapons and the manufacturers of these ammunitions are getting paid. The U.S. government are paying those manufacturers money to ship these things overseas. So that's U.S. dollars buying the weapons, so the manufacturers getting paid, and then they're shipping them over to the war zone. So the manufacturers are still getting paid. They made another $1 billion income off of this. Now, I challenge you to prove me wrong. If you can find somewhere where the weapons makers and the sellers of weapons are donating these weapons to Ukraine, prove it to me. You can send me a note. You can come on the show. We can debate it. You can talk about it. Show me that the Democratic government or the Republican government have talked the weapons makers into donating all these weapons. But until then, they're making money. Those $1 billion in aid are going to them. So it's not fair. It's not just that our children and our children's children will have to pay the bill on all of these things when it comes due, because we are overspending, and it has nothing to do with just being a Democrat or being just a Republican, because the Republicans say, oh, no, we're spending too much. But when it's their buddies that are getting rich, you know, the gun lobbyists and the gun manufacturers are getting rich, oh, they cool with that. But our government needs to turn around and spend $1 billion in aid on the citizens of the United States of America. We have seniors that are in need. We have children that are in need. We have families that are in need. We need to consider taking care of home before we send $1 billion someplace else in the world. And that's my rant for today. Thank you for tolerating and listening to what I had to say on today. I appreciate you all tuning in and listening to From the Desk of Dr. Ron. I want to invite you guys to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, please support all of my sponsors. There's a short list of some of the sponsors there. I want to shout out a new sponsor that just came on board, SMJ Group. Check them out. If you click on any other banners on the website, you'll be able to go directly to their website. Okay. Also, brand new, if you go over to AskDrRon.com, you'll be able to click on the Listen Live tab, and you can view this broadcast directly from my website. So spread the word. I'm not hard to find. I'm easy to find. Definitely go over there and check me out. Also, to come back each and every Saturday at noon from the desk of Dr. Ron, where I get a chance to get some things off my chest. Okay. Appreciate everybody that has made donations and contributions up to this point in time. Thank you so very much. This is all the ways that you can make contributions. Please continue to do so. Please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. That's what I need you to do. Tell somebody about the show so that more people can join and know what you know. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much. See you guys on tomorrow. We do a Black History Moment each and every Sunday. Join me tomorrow right here on the broadcast. Thank you. Have a great day.